Hello everybody once again, this is AikawaKazu. Welcome back to another 7 Nights video. Today for Monday, I'll dedicate one video to explain to you guys what are the masteries that I'm using, and why I'm using them in a certain way, and why masteries are very important. In fact, that will be the first thing I will be talking about, and you can see we are using the old school, the BGM that you will hear for the first time when you play 7 Nights. Let's bring that up. It's pretty good. I remember hearing it last time. Seems good. So, what are masteries? Alright, masteries are one of the few things that as a new player you must work on. For example, if you actually ask me, Kazu, I'm a new player to 7 Nights, what should I actually do? I always tell you formations, masteries, and then get your raid team up. And before all of that, you have to get an adventure farming team. What's an adventure farming team? Team is basically your farming duo. So I have my Ace with the passive skill, with my J with double AoE. So usually you have one character that has one AoE skill, with another character whom the first character is boosting its damage that has two AoE skills. For example, you can do Rin plus Dowlon's Rin plus Karma. Karma has two AoE skills, Rin has one 5-man and one 4-man. Technically speaking, you want 5-man AoE skills, but you can still take into account 4-man or even 3-man for the first guy, because the first wave you usually do 2 speed attacks, and 4 units or 5 units will dwindle it down to 2, but that's not the point of this video today. So masteries. Okay, why are masteries important? Masteries are basically one of the few things in this game where you must get it as early as possible as a new player, i.e. you need to unlock what we call 3 pages of masteries. See, page 1 is level 10 to 40, page 2 is level 45 to 75, and page 3 is level 80 to 110. And the amount of rubies that you need to level these masteries for page 3 is basically adding a 0. So it's 800, 850, 900, 950, 1000, 1050, and 1100 rubies. This is page 3. So a photo of 6650 rubies for page 3, which is a lot to a new player. So first up, how fast you should unlock your mastery. Here's a good gauge, alright? Even if you're a free-to-play player, right? If you are entirely 100% free-to-play player, you will take around 2 months to unlock first and second page. Assuming you summon like 1 or 2 here and there, but if you don't actually summon at all, you should be able to finish page 1 and 2 within the first month. That means you level your followers to level 30, you get all the 5 rubies you can get, and then later on 2 rubies, and then you just use your rubies for unlocking masteries, and you'll finish page 2 latest by the second month. And then page 3 will take you probably a 3rd and 4th month onwards. But why is it very important that you unlock this as soon as possible? The eye on the prize is always the last mastery for that particular page. For example, the last mastery for page 3 is increase the physical and magical attack of heroes by 20%. That's straight up 20% more damage in arena, in raids, in castle rush, and everything that you do from now on. It goes across everything. Alright, that is why it's very important. And look at the second last mastery for page 3, decrease the skill cooldown of heroes by 5%. That means your Shin, Soul Slayer cooldown will come off faster, many other skills will come off faster. That means you do more damage to dragons over a long period of time. I mean, 5% is not a lot, but it matters when you're doing like, level 99 dragons, where you'll take 15 to 20 minutes to kill a level 99 dragon. So look at this. Hero acquisition rate plus 5%, you always do have enough fodders when you're farming from Monday to Friday. This is going to help you out, 5% more chance to get a hero fodder drop when you're doing adventure mode. You can even change it to item acquisition rate if you want to farm jewels, if you want to farm accessories in world 9 and 10. So this is page 3. And if you look at page 2, the last one is increased damage of all allies by 20%. This is basically total damage buff 20%. Alright, and this is why you don't actually put damage accessory on most heroes, especially in raid team, because you will get 50% from your Karma slash your your Dowlon slash your Lina, and you'll get another 20% here. And apparently the soft cap, or the cap that the pro players say exists, is 80%. That means if you put a 20% damage draw on a hero, they're only gonna get 10% efficiency from the damage draw, which is why people don't actually use damage draw for your Shin. Alright, let's just clear this thing out. And of course, first page of last mastery is 10%. I have a feeling that this is why, because increases the attack skill damage of all allies by 10%. I think this and this is actually 30%. That's why you don't even use damage draw. Because I've tried putting damage draws on Shane and you don't even see a 10% damage increase. So I'm guessing that this is also under total damage category. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, alright? So After you have unlocked all the masteries, you can see there are actually a lot of other good stuff that allows you to specialize in a lot of different things, and I'll talk about those things when I share with you my 3 different tabs in masteries. My first tab is my PvP tab, alright, and I'll tell you guys why your first tab should be PvP tab later on. My second is my Castle Rush, and my third is my Raid. I don't actually have an adventure tab. I used to have, it's because now my heroes are all level 40, so you don't really need a adventure farming tab. Usually your adventure farming tab can be your Raid tab, and I'll explain why later on. So why should your PvP mastery be on the first tab? Alright, let's say if you go fight a friend, or if you're talking about Guild War, for example, if you go to a friend right now and you want to fight him, right, and you like visit him, I'm gonna challenge this guy. So if you are the guy being challenged, for example, if I'm attacking Betrays right now, he will be using his default first tab mastery. Alright, which means that the Guild War mastery, your character will be using the first tab mastery by default when someone fights you in Guild War. Which means if your first tab is not PvP, it's bad, because I mean PvP masteries is very important for a few things, alright, which I'm going to talk about right now. Why is it important that your PvP tab must be on first tab? This is why I told you, because Guild War or when someone tries to combat you, if someone wants to test out their lineup, you want to make sure that they test out against your PvP mastery tab. So make sure that your first tab is PvP masteries. Okay, so PvP masteries, how you should actually decide what masteries to use really depends on your team. Alright, because you can see there are like offensive masteries on the top, and then there are defensive masteries at the bottom. If you look at this, increase defense by 5%, increase block rate by 10%, and you have increased HP by 10%, and increase all defense by 10%. I mean, increase the defense of all allies by 10%. So in general, these are the things you want to use if you are using a turtle lineup. So turtle meta is not really in the game right now yet. It's going to come back very soon, if I'm not wrong, with Evan Awakening. But basically right now, it is not advisable to use this. But you can see that you want to choose these if you want to increase the survivability rate of your team over increasing the offense capability. So for me, I'm using Rin, Karma, Pascal, Spike, and Wukong. So I want to be able to kill people fast. Like I want to one-shot the opponent's Rudy, the opponent's Spike, the opponent's Karma when I can. After I take away his Void Shield, I want my tail to hit hard. So I go for, increase the magic attack and physical attack of my allies at 5%. I go for critical rate, even though I mean this is good for me because I'm using a Spike that gives 30%, right? If I remember correctly. How much does Spike give from his passive? Let's check. I don't remember. 50%. So yeah, 50% from Spike, and then you have another 10% from Masteries at 60%, right? Hey, look at this. Lethal versus counter attack rate. I want to get more counter attack rate because my Rin is not 100%, even though she's using double counter rate armors with a counter accessory that puts her at around 80-ish, 90%. And this will bring me up to 90+%. It's good, and I'll tell you why it's good later on. This you cannot choose, so if you can't choose, just use it, Okay, this is very important. If you're trying to outspeed your opponent's team, you must have increased the speed attack of your allies by 10% over increasing the HP. Of course, HP will be for turtle or semi-turtle teams. And then you have this one, you want to increase more damage versus increasing the defense. So I want to do more bursts, as I mentioned. So all this quite self-explanatory. Alright, so page 2. This one reduces damage received based on the difference in level between heroes. See, my heroes are all level 40 except my Spike. But I want my Spike to be a little bit more tanky when it's versusing people who are level 40. So I go for defense, and I don't know. I went for defense for this one because, I mean, if it's 40 versus 40, then there's no difference in terms of increasing my damage, right? So I'd rather make my Spike a little tanky because it's not 40. That's how I look at it. So you have to look at your hero lineups, and for example, if you're using a lot of level 32, like you're using 32 Karma, 32 Rin, 32 Spike, 32 Pascal, and then last one maybe 32 Wukong, then you might want to do this one. Because if you're fighting a lot of level 40 heroes, you want to have more damage. Like if you're using a 32 Rin versus my level 40 Rin, for example, I think you actually benefit more from this than surviving, since Rin doesn't survive after her Void Shield is gone. You want to make sure that she hits hard when she hits. So you want to make sure that you go for this one. Alright, so for this one, I went for decreasing the crit rate of all allies by 20%. A lot of opponents using Spike, so if you can reduce the crit rate overall, it's good. Even though there are a lot of 100% crit rate units or skills out there, but I went for this one as well instead of decreasing block rate. Alright, I don't go for decreasing block because Rudy has 100% block, Spike has 100% block. But this will be good if you're playing, if you find yourself having a lot of difficulty against like, you know, Eileen teams. Eileen always uses like HP block. Sometimes Ace use HP block as well. This used to be very good against pre Awakening Armors arena. Alright, this was a must-have. Okay, because people were using double block rate armors. But now this is not very common anymore because it's not very effective anymore. So the next one, I have this. Decreasing counter rate of all enemies by 20% instead of this, which is decreasing the lethal attack. Why did I go for counter rate? Because now there's a lot of Rinds out there. I don't want the Rind to counter and deal damage or blind my units. So I went for 20% here. This one is just decreasing the recovery rate. This is like counter turtle teams last time, but it doesn't really matter. I went for decreasing of HP instead of increasing crit damage. Technically speaking, if I'm running like 32 Karma, and you know 32 and above Rin, I'll go for the crit damage. Because why? Karma Infernal Redemption hits super hard. You want to make sure that you increase that damage to its best capability, so this will be better. But I only have Rin that's 100% crit rate right now. I don't have a tail, so I don't go for this. I went for decreasing the HP instead. This is like overall better for me. And this is where you need to really make sure that you choose the right mastery that best suits your team. And last one, decreasing the defense because I want to hit hard over, you know, decreasing the damage. Again, if you're fighting against, I mean, if you're using a turtle team and you want to survive longer, you will go for decreasing the damage instead of decreasing the defense. I want to hit hard. Alright, and last one you cannot change. And then page 3, increasing the lethal attack over block rate of my heroes. Now my heroes are using block rate armor, so yeah. I'm not using Ace. Like my Ace has block rate jewels, then maybe I'll use this, but I have no block rate jewels or armors. So I'd rather go for lethal. Alright, and you want to decrease the speed attack. This will make sure that you can outspeed your opponent as much as possible. And then this one again, so I have minus 40% counter rate with this one included. So minus 20 just now and minus 20 again. So minus 40% counter rate. This is why I actually went for the increase in counter rate 10% earlier on. Because if the opponent is using also minus 40% counter rate, then my Rin will have a lot decreased counter rate. So I try to counter that counter rate, you know, mastery by getting a 10% here. So it's like minus 30% instead of minus 40%. Alright, so I go for that 10% earlier on. Because there's a possibility of someone doing minus 40%. Can change this. And yeah, that's about it for my PvP masteries. The rest is kind of I told you just now. So again, PvP mastery is very, very customized to your own lineup and your own team. But that is my PvP masteries to share with you guys. So the second one that I'm sharing with you guys is my Castle Rush masteries. Pretty much everything is offensive. You want to increase the lethal. I used to actually go for a counter rate last time. Then I realized actually the lethal is better. So just go for lethal. Because sometimes you bring Shane without Bytel. Because I use Eileen instead of Bytel. So right now my backline DPS is Shane. Previously it was Dalance, but I changed it back now because of the Shane buff. Except for Rudy Day. Rudy Day I'll not use Shane. I'll use Dalance as the backline because I need to put in Li Zhong and I need to put in Seek. Alright. You need a double buff removal kind of thing going on, the cooldown reduction. So it's kind of all up. Alright. And one thing to know about Castle Rush masteries is that you don't actually want to decrease their counter rate. You want to make sure that they can counter because it'll buy you more turns for cooldowns. Like he will attack you, you'll attack him, and then he'll attack you again kind of thing. So, but you want to make sure that you get the decreased block rate here. This one is very important. Alright. You can see I didn't decrease the counter rate here, I just decreased the lethal. So don't decrease the counter rate for Castle Rush. And then you want to crit damage because Shane crits. If she crits hard, increase the crit damage, you do more damage overall. And you want to decrease the defense. This works in Castle Rush. This works in raids as well. Over decreasing the damage, obviously, because you want to make sure that you score as high as possible. And then page 2, increase lethal. Maybe you want to go for a block rate, but I went for lethal previously because my Downs have no lethal weapons. And if Downs get lethal plus crit on his Deadly Strike, oh boy, it's a beauty. And people who have Dalon's backline will understand what I mean. So yeah, so I decrease his crit rate over decreasing his speed attack. You want him to speed attack because every time when he do a speed attack or when he counters, again buy times for cooldown. So you want to make sure that you go for the reduction in crit rate here because I mean increases your survivability of a team overall. Like you know you don't want him to crit. So we decrease block rate again. So minus 40% block rate on Castle Rush, very important. And the rest again, no difference. All right. Last but not the least, my raid masteries. Actually, no difference from my what's that? No real difference from my Castle Rush, except instead of getting lethal, because now I have Bytel on my Shane team, I don't need to get more lethal anymore. Alright, so I go for increased counter rate for my Shane. I need to make sure that she counters when she gets hit by AoE, because beyond turn 4, once the immunity goes off, you want her to counter so that she recovers some HP. Especially when you know your healer is dead, that kind of stuff. Once it gets above turn 4, things start to become crazy and maybe your healer is dead, that kind of stuff. So this one for counter it instead, and yeah. I don't think the rest. I decrease the, instead of block reduction, just decrease the crit rate. Alright, so that's the only difference. Like you don't do block rate reduction anymore. You do. I still do block rate reduction. I should change this. Alright, so because the dragon, you don't actually see dragons not get crit at all. So I should change this actually. Yeah, so I can actually decrease the counter attack rate. But I think I didn't because I want the dragon to counter or something like that. Which is not good sometimes. But it still buys you turns. I'm just gonna leave it there. I think this is not much of this. But rate, basically, you want to make sure that you get the crit damage up. Make sure that you have the defense one. And yeah, it's kind of the same with Castle Rush. Except for this little change. And there you have it. That is my masteries. And the masteries that I use. But just remember, for PvP masteries, you should always tweak it. You should always change it based on the current meta in terms of what the opponents are using, like possibly what they are using, like the armor sets they are using, and yeah. So we're gonna do some fusions at the end for this video just to see what I get, you know, some good old 7-night stuff. Some good reason for people to stomp the like button if you get very, very bad stuff. You know, I'm just giving you guys more reasons to stomp the like button. Alright, so we're gonna do 4 pairs of fusions at the end. Alright, 4 pairs of fusions at the end. Got a raccoon. So I'm just fusing to try and get those, you know, puzzle stuff going on. But I remember this mastery video was actually, someone wanted it on my stream chat. So if you want a particular video to be done and you feel that it warrants one video, like it warrants Kazu to dedicate one video to actually explain a certain thing or mechanic or a certain hero in the game, let me know in the comments. I don't really think I'll do a Pascal preview video kind of thing. I kind of did it during the PvP. If you want to know more about Pascal and you didn't watch my FMF, just go watch my latest FMF. At the start of the video, I talked about Pascal. So Pascal basically a PvP hero right now, very strong. Yeah. So I didn't get anything for fusions, but that's it for me, guys. As usual, if you find this video helpful and you enjoyed it, stomp the like button. If not, my name has been AikawaKazu. Thanks for watching once again. God bless, and I'll see you guys and girls in the next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.